Good morning everybody, and I hope you've had a great week on plan this week. So going on from last week and the week before, we've been looking at routines, behaviours, building those habits and forming them so that we're going to be able to stay slim for life. So on last week's meeting, I was asking you to have a look at getting some really healthy habit choices. What were they? So did you make any sort of healthy habit choices anywhere along the line? What were they, and what drove you to that action of doing it? How motivated as well did you feel by choosing those better choices? So did you really feel an impact? What sort of change in your eating? Did you feel fuller? Were you more satisfied? If those habits become a routine going forward in the future, I want us to think about actually how we're going to monitor them as well. So now I can hear you say already, I hate tracking, oh I love tracking. Now whether you love or hate tracking, who does it and who doesn't? I've many successful members who don't track, and they're very good. They've been on the weight loss journey a long time, so they're really knowledgeable about the calories they're eating, the choices that they're choosing. And then I've got other members, and myself included, who, if I want to have a good week, I definitely need that discipline of tracking and that monitoring. So I just want you to think about what approach are you using. Are you using the approach where you're full on tracking and then you tail off and then you don't, so you're like 50-50? So think about, actually, is that method bringing you closer, or is it bringing you further away from that goal that you're seeking after? Okay, so if it's bringing you actually further away and you want to gain back some control, is it time to now press the reset button and think about doing things very differently? So what is tracking? Because, you know, if you're new to the group, you might be saying, oh, well, what's she on about tracking? What's tracking? What does that do? Okay, so what is tracking? The process of observing and monitoring what you're choosing and just looking at that trend that you're making over a period of time. Might invest in some of your time now into looking at the behaviours that you're doing. So it's really going to help you put those strong foundations down, and so that you've got like a stepping stone to build on it, because we have to invest time into our daily week in order to get those results that we're seeking. Okay, so for example, when I'm on about tracking, there's lots of different things that you can track. You can track your water, you can track your exercise, and you can track your food. So there's lots of different things when we're trying to lose weight that we need to be looking at and monitoring. So going back to looking at those healthy habits, building those routines, it's about putting those strategies and tactics in place to support you. Okay, for example, if I wanted to increase my water intake and I wanted to monitor and track that, in order to track my water, I would measure it out. I would look at thinking about how much I could drink, and there's lots of things that you can do once you decide what you want to monitor, what you want to track. There's always a strategy and a tactic that we can put in place. Okay, so if I wanted to get through a big one of these and I was home all day and I wanted to monitor rather than look at how many, you know, measuring out my water all the time looking, I would fill this up, I'd stick it in the fridge, it's going to be cold. If I want squash or a splash of flavour into it, then I can add the squash and then put the water on top. But that will give me a clear direction of my consumption during the day. Okay, so could put in something as simple as this tool in the fridge to support you, and then you could look at it as a great visual, and your aim would be to drink that via the day if you were home and you were able to do that. Okay, So another way that we can look at recording and monitoring our water intake if we're on the go is having a water bottle. And it's easy, it's got a handle to it. If you're in work, it's in front of you, it's in your eye line, it's going to prompt you to drink it. If I asked you, could you drink that much an hour? You would probably say, oh yeah, I could do that. Well, when we have a water bottle, it's got the tracking on it. So you drink this in the morning, you fill it up, and then you aim to drink the rest in the afternoon. So this is a great visual aid if you're out and you're on the go. If you're walking, you can drink. Top tip is, this is Yeson's old bottle. I couldn't find the one with a straw in it tonight. I think he's had it for college. This one's got a lock on it, and it's got a flip lid. This has got a spout. Now I don't know about you guys, but when you use a spout, you've got to go like that. If you struggle with water, like I struggle to drink water, use a straw. You will drink much more. It will be consumed a lot quicker and a lot faster via a straw, okay? But a lot of us, we do struggle with drinking and tracking our fluid intake. And if we want to be keeping our bodies, flushing our kidneys out, keeping our bodies working like clockwork, if you're not going to the loo, maybe you need to drink more water, you know, these are a great visual that prompt you to get you started, okay? So could that tool and tactic be a good strategy for you to drink more? Okay, so buy that one with the straw, like I said, and it will you'll be able to consume more water. The consumption of it is much more easy to get down you, okay? So we talked about cues and prompts. So that would be my cue and my prompt to drink more water. If I was home, looking at that bottle in the fridge, every time I went in the fridge, that would remind me. So it's that prompt, it's that cue, that behaviour, and it's building it up. But so we want to work on from that now to monitoring what we're actually what our consumption is, okay? If I haven't got time, if I'm not home, if I'm on the run, if I've forgotten my water bottle, then in the morning I've pre-measured 3 of these out, and that would be my consumption of water for the day. So if I couldn't drink from the pre-bottle of water I made, if I wasn't having a water on the go, I would aim to drink one of these 3 times a day. And the easy way I would remember and remind myself is I would drink a glass before breakfast, dinner and tea, and I would use those markers as my prompt to track my water intake, okay? So there's lots of ideas there that you could explore and you could use, but would using a glass like that help to aim to drink 1 glass of water with each meal to allow you to hit your water target? If you're no good at drinking water, could you just gradually, step by step, say, okay, I'll monitor that 1 glass this week, today, I'll try to do 1.5 tomorrow, and I'll build it up gradually, okay? But remember, this meeting is all about tracking the consumption that we are aiming to achieve, okay? So it's just about finding that easiest way that fits in with you, but by monitoring and recording, it's going to drive the action, and that to repeat it, which goes on to build that routine. So out of those 3 examples, which one could you build into your day? So we're talking tracking, and that extends to food and exercise as well. What areas are you needed to track and monitor? Next week, let's get our food journals, our apps, and explore the power of food tracking and why the science backs it. And we'll go through really what we are actually eating rather than what we think we're eating. Have a great week, everybody. No class in the Have a Herb Monday now because I haven't got the haul, but I'm in the Have a Herb on Monday and Tuesday. I'll see you now this week, guys. Have a great week. Get those tracking actions, and let's look and monitor what we're actually having. Have a great week, everybody. Bye.